Okay, now this is Battle of Saurnesia in my older kingdom. We don't have any opponents, so this is a good way to show people things. This is the map. We got lairs, we've got ruins, we've got fountains, and we've got towers, and we've got arcane portals. The towers open 5 minutes after the event starts, and then it's 40, there's less than 45 minutes left, so that means the lairs are open. So I'm going to... Oh, I forgot I'm out of relocates. Alright, so I'm going to do recall instead then. And send a thing there. And then, in doing so, I pulled out of the towers, which is fine because I only go to the towers in the beginning so that we start earning points as quickly as possible. But once the fountains and the ruins open, it's better to take those. They get more points for occupation and more points if the dragon cub escort goes through there. So, and I wish the others hadn't jumped the gun on sending their people there, because whoever's first in a location, their legion size and their boosts and everything count. So like Jovi is the one in here. So you can see her maximum legion size is 13 or 1.3 million. Let me see if I can find somebody else's. Mini Hatchet is holding this one, and you can see his maximum is only 770,000. So, I don't want to wait until... Now, as the leader, I can change who's in charge of a location. So, if I'm in top, you can see we can fit 1.7 million people in there. Not that we have that many people showing up. This is one of the reasons why I've started a new alliance in a new kingdom. You can see we've got 13 people. Well, 13 castles. There's actually only 3 of us. I have 6 castles. Someone else has 2. And the other 5 belong to a third person. So there's actually only 3 people from my alliance here, and that's just wrong. So that's why I've started the new alliance, to get new people involved. All right, now Tom has a garrison size, 1.9. He's doing better than I am on that, so he can go ahead and stay in charge of that one. Now, let's take a look at this screen. You can see that's our points. If the other our points, how many points we're getting from buildings. If we're getting the boost from holding the ruins, we have to occupy for 3 minutes before those kick in. The ruins give attack boosts. And then the fountains give a heal speed boost. And then it also shows the number of alliance members who are here. And if I click that, I can see everyone who's shown up. And those, as I said, it's 13 castles, but they belong to 3 people. You cannot see that all you can see for the other alliance is their total points, how many they're getting from locations, if they have the boost instead, if they take the locations, and if they have any people there. You can't see who they've got there or anything like that. So, let's see, did anybody... Okay, we're not... the portals depend on your alliance grade. Let's see if I can bring up information about the alliance grade. So, Alliance grade is determined by Dragon Infinity. They don't tell you what league the teleport, those altars open up. So, or portals, arcane portals open up, but we're apparently too low. All right, okay. Dragon Cub escort has appeared. They leave from Saurnesia, and then they go to various locations. You can see this one's going to hit the fountain, Tower 2, and the lair. Now you can see we're not occupying those locations because I asked the other alliance for the standard agreement. Well, my standard agreement of they can't, they can't attack Lair 1 or Tower 7 or 8. Those are ours. And in return, we leave Lair 1, Tower 1, and Tower 2 alone. Just because they haven't shown up yet doesn't mean we get to take those, because maybe they're just late. And so it's just easier to leave them alone. And as I said, there's a similar event, Alliance Clash, except there's 3 alliances involved. And when there's an agreement, if one of the alliances doesn't show up and another alliance takes those spots, well, that's giving them an unfair advantage that wasn't agreed upon. So just, I stay out of them. That was the deal. Okay, and let's see, it's hesitating because we hadn't held the wonder for 3 minutes. You can see it's got 40 seconds to go, and you have to have occupied it for 3 minutes for it to count as valid and for you to get the points for the dragon escort, and then it'll move on. And, as I said, the points, you can see that. You go back to the exclamation and the points info. That's one of the fountains, I think. And we get 3,000 for occupying it, 600 points for each minute we occupy it after that. And then when the points hit for the escort, it's going to be 3,000 points for each person, 9,000 points for the alliance. See, we occupied it, and so now they're moving on. It's a lot less boring when the other alliance shows up, though it can be rather nerve-wracking. But anyway, so that's essentially what it is. I'm sure that in K179's Battle of Saurnesia, the opponents will show up. But hopefully people in my alliance will have an opportunity to watch this first. And so they can get an idea of what it looks like. We will appear on the Blacklands either over here or possibly up here. Whoops. In this area. Now something, I don't know if it's because I'm on the Blacklands. Maybe it would work on the Greenlands. Let me see. Nope. Supposedly, you're supposed to get free teleports. It says so in the, where is it? Here, teleport times, that's infinity. So we should be able to teleport for free, but that's never worked. But anyway, so that's basically how the event goes. If the other alliance had shown up and was fighting us for these locations, then, we'd be defending and attacking and all that fun stuff. One thing to note is if somebody starts a rally, you really want to be near them. For example, normally I tend to jump to this area so that it's a very short march to the lair. And so if I start a rally, I would prefer whoever joins be in this area as well. So it's fast. Because, if a lot of people show up and somebody's up here, it might take them 3 minutes and it might keep the rally from going. And that's just annoying. Actually, let me go ahead and pull back from the layer. And I'll show you what it looks like when you start a rally. That's I don't know if they changed the coding for this event or not. You can see that we've got a second Dragon Cub escort, and once again, it's going to layer 1. The first year or two that I played this game, I swear the Cub escorts were more even. 50%, about 50% would go to each layer. Then about a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago now, at some point I noticed that, wait a minute, in one event, we didn't get a single Dragon Cub escort at all. They all went to the other layer. It was very frustrating because I think that particular time we had all the locations. We should have won. But every single escort went to them, so they got all the points. Anyway, I was going to show you what happens when you start a rally. So you can you click on a building, and you can either attack it as a single person. You can also look at the Wonder info where it gives you the occupation points. And then you can do a rally attack. And this is this event. This event and Alliance Clash, I think, are the Alliance Clash are the only events where you can do a rally of under 5 minutes. I don't think you can do them anywhere else. I generally do 2 minutes to allow, because particularly since, as I mentioned here in this in this older kingdom, I do 2 minutes because I've got 6 castles and switching counts to get all the castles, and it takes a bit of time. And you can do a super rally, which costs 2,000 diamonds, and then my boost would apply to everybody. And then, of course, after that, it's just the standard screen for choosing troops. So, but I'm not going to do that because, as I said, that's one of their locations. And you can see Beekeeper here. Dragon, I brought cookies. Common joke is that we must be wearing dragon repellent or something. But anyway, so that's what it looks like. And as I said, hopefully people in K179 view this video before our Battle of Saurnesia, 5 hours before reset. And I don't know, maybe if anybody who isn't in one of my alliances watches these, good luck in yours. Okay, a bit of an addition. I did end up, actually one of my other castles ended up relocating up at the top of the map and moving into these towers and lair because I had forgotten. I remember I had said something about how you need to occupy a location for 3 minutes in order for the escort to move on. Well, if nobody's in the location, then nobody's occupying it for 3 minutes, and the escorts weren't moving on. And it looks like, considering we're now down to just 25 minutes left, it's looking like we would not have gotten any more escorts while those two were on the map. Now, granted, in this situation, it doesn't matter really because, we're still getting the points for occupying the locations. And it looks like we might be well on our way to getting our minimums. What do we need? We only needed 30,600 points. And as you can see, I've got 36,000. So we've got our points. But in Alliance Clash, that's something I'm going to have to remember. If one of the alliances doesn't show up and those buildings are empty and an escort heads to them, that would be a problem. So I am going to have to rethink my position on that and try and figure out how to work that out with the other, if we're one of two alliances that show up out of the 3. How to work it out with that second alliance, what to do about the locations for the 3rd alliance. So anyway, I just wanted to, I made a boo-boo, and so I wanted to add this to the video and explain that. So, as I said, good luck.